Hey up, Rock God 2004 back with another video for you. I have not been well at all for the last week or two. I had COVID. I think it's gone. I didn't do another test, I should have. But then the next week I had me COVID and flu jabs. And I've not been right since. I've also got pains in my legs, which looks like an infection. But we'll see. I've got out of bed to drop Laura off because she's gone out. I'm going to go back to bed, but there's this. This has arrived. I think it's from Amazon US. These have been pre-ordered for ages. I paid for one and Laura's paid for one. Because they both didn't get announced at the same time. Yes. How strange. So these aren't these aren't 4Ks. The Blu-rays, which is now leading me to believe that I don't think they'll get a 4K release. Nice slip covers. Death Wish 4 and Death Wish 5. They're both released by Kino Lorber, which I'm assuming if there was going to be a 4K, it would have been them who've done it, because they've done the first one. Vinny Syndrome have done the second one. The third one did get a Blu-ray release with a slip, and it's the only one now that I don't have. It's getting hold of it, though. I was stupid not to get it when I had the chance. But there you go. That's me all over. So yes, there. Death Wish 4 and 5 on the Kino Lorber label. I totally forgot about her being in the fourth one. Kay Lenz, you don't hear her now. Don't hear of her now. And is it Leslie Ann Downs? Yeah, Leslie Ann Downs in that one. Nice slips, nice, very nice slips. So I just need to track the third one down now, then I'll have all 5. 2 of them will be on 4K, but again, Death Wish 3 just got a Blu-ray release. I thought it was these because the cover looks very similar, but it's not. It's another company. I can't remember who it was. Was it Scorpion or somebody released it? Anyway, I'm going back to bed now because I feel like death. Thank you for watching, all 2 of you. I do appreciate it. And until next video, you all take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon, hopefully. Ta-ta. Hey up, this is part 2 of 3. As you can tell, I am feeling a hell of a lot better. I'm starting to feel more human now. I've had a bad infection in my legs, which was making me ill. I was in a lot of pain. Then Laura kindly gave me COVID after she caught it in hospital. And I was just starting to feel better. The pain was still there in my legs. But then I had to go and get my flu jab and my COVID booster, both the same day. That's kind of like almost wiped me out. So hence why I've been very quiet. I think it's been about a week since I've posted any videos or anything. But I'm starting to feel more human again, so thankfully the normal service shall resume, fingers crossed. So the second part of this little 3-part video, which I thought, what's the point of doing individuals, because the first 2 are so short. There's just been a little subscriber mail arrived for me, just in a package. I didn't know what it was, so I opened it. I didn't know it was subscriber mail. I can't really say it's subscriber mail because it's he's now become like a very good friend of mine. So I'm just going to say this is not subscriber mail after all. It's It's a little gift off my buddy Michael Hewitt. And the note in it says, "Hi Nige, I know you are a fan of Law Abiding Citizen, so you must watch this one enclosed. Inside is 127... What a bell end! I don't get any better. Inside is 127 hours on Blu-ray to complete your set. Best wishes, Michael Hewitt." Michael, thank you so much. You are a gentleman. I really do appreciate it. So if I open this, he has indeed, bless him, he's enclosed the Blu-ray of 127 hours. So that is now complete. And the title he sent me, which it doesn't look it, but he's saying it's, if I like Law Abiding Citizen, I'm going to like this. I don't think I've even heard of it. This is called Olympus Has Fallen. Don't know if anybody's heard of this one. I'm assuming you all will have. I live under a rock. Non-stop, unadulterated action. And isn't he the fella who's actually in Law Abiding Citizen, Gerard Butler? Or am I just imagining it? Because that certainly looks like him with the gun. It's got to be him. When a group of terrorists launch a daring ambush on the White House, the president is taken hostage inside an impenetrable, I was right. So I don't need to be a bell ender. It is impenetrable. Underground bunker. Only former US Secret Service agent Mike Bannon is left in the besieged building to protect the president at all costs. Acting president, Morgan Freeman's in it, must rely on Bannon to rescue the president before the extremists can unleash their ultimate terrifying plan. I don't know why I'm doubting myself. Contains strong bloody violence. Ooh. Like the sound of it. I hope it is like Law Abiding Citizen, because I shall love it. Again, thank you so much for that, Michael. And thank you for the completing of my little 127 hours set. Excellent stuff. Cheers, mate. You're a good one. Next is a couple of films I got delivered, which I've had pre-ordered for ages. These are Blu-ray, not 4K. The fact they've only just come out on this edition of Blu-ray is leading me to believe that they won't be getting a 4K release, which is a shame, because the first two are out on 4K. If not, they'll still look good next to them, because the first one is by Kino Lorber, as are these two. And these are Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, and Death Wish 5, The Face of Death, with slips. Now, I do have Death Wish 4 on the original bog standard MGM label, nothing flash. But this has got an audio commentary, theatrical trailer, and that's it really. But I'm not bothered about that, to be honest. It's the slip, and it is a damn fine picture, because I've watched this one. It looks really good. There's different artwork there to the slip, which I think that's actual original. Do you know what? I watched this and I always said this was one of the worst ones, which I do stick to. However, when I watched it the other day, Jesus, far better than I remembered. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I've never once thought that about this film. So I was like, yeah, it was all right. Really, really enjoyed it. Kino Lorber with their excellent, exciting disc art. I really don't like this label. I really don't. But They do get some cracking titles, but if it was up to me, they'd be non-existent. I've got no respect for them after the whole, what do you call it? Dressed to Kill fiasco. Death Wish 5, I've not watched this one yet. I have seen this long time ago. I don't remember anything about it. I do remember it being not the best Death Wish film, that's for sure. If I enjoy this as much as I did Death Wish 4, though, I'll be very happy, because I'm really pleased with that. When Death Wish 4 finished the next day, I got up and I was thinking about it. I thought, you know what? I could very easily watch that again, and I've never thought that about Death Wish 4. That's how much I enjoyed it. Exactly the same artwork for this one, which is a shame, because I thought they could have put the... I don't even know why I'm showing. It's exactly the same looking. It's so dull. I've seen I don't know if it's a German release of Death Wish 5. And it has some really nice artwork, like kind of similar to that kind of thing. But I'm just nitpicking with that. I'm happy that they're out with slips. Finally, a proper US release of it. I say US release because that's what I've got the others, and I like the US releases. It's just a shame the Kino Lorber. Damn shame. So that's Death Wish 4 and Death Wish 5. Both Blu-ray. And lastly, I lied. This is the fourth part. Not third. I thought it was only 3. This is another one of the what I've watched the last couple of weeks. I thought, same as I did the last one, there was a couple of people said they really enjoyed watching it and what I'd like to see what I'd watch, so I thought I'll do another one. So first up, I did a watch along again with Ryan, Del Boy, and Scott. And the last one we watched last week was it Speed? Speed. Keanu Reeves, love that film. Really enjoyed it again. It was actually quite enjoyable watching it, like along with the lads and that. As Del Boy said in his blog yesterday, it's kind of like being in the same room as everybody. It's the closest you're going to get to it. But yeah, very enjoyable. And the next one's tonight, and we're watching Unlawful Entry. I've never seen that one. So what else did I watch? Did I watch anything on Netflix? No. So I watched this. I got this for £5. Over the moon with it. I watched it. This is amazing. I've seen it before. I got the DVD from the pound shop, but I've always wanted the Blu-ray. Kevin Bacon in Death Sentence, which is a sort of a very loose remake of Death Wish. It's based on the Death Wish book. Character's got a totally different name. He's not Paul Kersey anymore. It's a totally different kind of story altogether. It's excellent. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've seen it before and it blew me away then. I've not seen this for a kind of few years. Well, still loved it. Absolutely brilliant. Thankfully, I couldn't remember everything about it, so it was pretty much close to a first time watch because I couldn't remember how it ended or anything. What a film. So I highly recommend that one if you like the Death Wish films. The next two I watched were Scream 3 on 4K. This looks absolutely glorious on 4K. I was well impressed with this. This is a beautiful slipcover. I love it. And, you know, again, I'd actually forgot how good this was. I've always said, like, I think this is the worst Scream film. I'm not so sure now. I'm starting to think, do I like this one better? or on a par with 5 and 6. Very, very enjoyable if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure you will have done. Same artwork there. And what surprised me, again, is this time you get a Blu-ray and you get the 4K. I think you might have done it in Scream and Scream 2, but Scream 5 and 6, it was 4K only. Weird. You've probably all seen this though. I mean, like I said, I've always said it was... I do love all the Scream films, but I've always said like this is the worst one. But you know, I definitely think I like this one better than Scream 6. And it was just nice to have like these three back in again. She's excellent. She's the one who's playing Gail Weathers. She's fantastic. She's so funny. So that was Scream 3 on 4K. Highly recommended. And I finally got on 4K Evil Dead Rise. This has come down on Amazon, or it had. It's gone back up a little bit now, but I got this for 18 quid. It's £25 plus everywhere else. It did creep back up a little bit again. I don't know how much it is now, I've not checked, but I'm just glad that I finally got it. The picture on, the quality of the picture on this is absolutely phenomenal. Did you get the, yeah, Blu-ray and 4K on this? Exactly the same artwork on both. And this is a Studio Canal release, which you probably all know anyway. However, I didn't quite think this was as good as what I thought it was first watch. I still really liked it. However, I did think I had this on par with the remake. I know this has definitely sealed it. I do like the remake better. So for me now, it goes in order of preference of the Evil Dead films. The original is my favourite, then 2, then the remake, then this, then Army of Darkness. This is such a good addition to it because it's different. It takes place in the city. It's in like a block of apartments. Totally different to any of the rest of them. A lot of people said it was crap. No, that's just what you're talking. Do I think it would have been better with Bruce Campbell in? Yes, I do. I didn't think so at first, but yes, I do, because even if he was only in it for half an hour or something to say, hey, yeah, I'm off, see you later, mate. It just him doing a cameo as Ash would have been really nice. But I would have liked him to come in as a cameo as Ash, of the more serious Ash, not the teleseries one. But don't let what I've said take anything away from this film. It is still a great film, and it's definitely well deserved in the Evil Dead series. I do still really do like it, but I just like the remake better. So that's Evil Dead Rise. And then I got this one off my buddy Delboy. I have done the unboxing of this, but I watched the uncut version of Roller Coaster. I had a blast with this. It was so 70s. I remember watching it, but I didn't remember anything about it apart from it was Timothy Bottoms doing the bombing. This guy just takes it upon himself to go around blowing roller coasters up with people on them because he wants money. Yeah. There's 2 versions of the film. I've only watched the one. There's a theatrical version and the uncut version. I watched the uncut one. Now, there's a couple of bits in it which I thought, wow, that was a bit naughty for a PG. I won't say what, but I did think there probably should have been a 12, possibly a 15 maybe? No, 12. I thought PG was just a little bit too thingy for us. And I don't know whether they're the bits that are missing out of the theatrical cut. I will watch the theatrical cut, but yeah. Massive thanks to Delboy. Everybody I've mentioned, I will be putting links below to their channel. But yeah, highly recommended Roller Coaster. There was a limited edition set of this, but it's long gone. You know, with the slip box and the booklet in. Would have been nice, but hey, the film's still there. Great stuff. Really, really enjoyed it. They're 70s. This one, another very good friend sent this one. This was off Andy, Forgotten World of Movies, and he's sent me this 4K, a 4K, wow, of Carlito's Way, and he sent me this because I think he's really wanted me to watch this, and he bought the Arrow one, so he said, I'm going to send you the one I've already got with the slip, and I was like, oh, get in there, and I thought, I don't have to buy it now, unless like I really, really love it in top 5 films, and it's not up there with Jaws or anything like that. However, wow, what a film. This film is excellent. I'd never seen it before, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I think it was it 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours long. I sat up watching this, and my God, it didn't feel like it. Pacino's amazing. Absolutely amazing in it. I'm probably the only person who's, like, apart from all you who are watching this, I'm probably the only one out of all of yous who's never seen it before. But my God, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this. And you get the Blu-ray and the 4K, which is the one I watched. So, wow, I'm over the moon to have that, because I will definitely be watching that again in the near future. So, massive thanks. Cheers, Andy, mate, for that one. Really, really enjoyed it. Next up, this one's from my American friend Roger Preby, who sent me this because he directed it and wrote it, and this is Quarter Bin. So I finally watched this. When it started off, I was like, I'm not going to like this at all. I mean, it's said that there's a critic, I think, has described it, or somebody's described it as Friends in a comic book store. Yeah, but it's not like the program Friends. However, I do not like Friends. It's about as funny as an anus full of razor wire. I've never liked it. I like this better than Friends. This is a very low budget. He's made this film himself, bless him. I think it's shot on, it looks like it's been shot on digital video. It's all region. I don't know why it's not yet rated. No, it's not yet rated. I was going to say it can't be a rated R. This is very family friendly. Love and comics, not necessarily in that order. But I started watching this, and I was like, these are going to get on my wick very shortly. Just like him cutting that grass out there.
Where's that coming from?
Yeah, he's in the back. I think he's in the back room, just about to come on. Before my head falls off.
Get on your friends.
What?
Get on, you cockroach!
What was he doing?
And I was going to think, shall I skip through it? And then I was thinking, well, hang on, let me just see how this scene goes. And as it's going on, I'm getting more and more invested. I was like, really? So I'm watching it. It wasn't hilariously funny. It was no blockbuster, but I tell you what, I enjoyed it. However, Roger, I am still pissed off at you about the ending. You'll know what I mean. I did watch a little bit. This does actually have special features on, and there's an interview with Roger. And I think there was a sequel planned, but it hasn't happened. So you need to tell me what happened. It's obviously self-release, so it's just on a normal, disc. He's done it himself, so there's no copyright thing or anything. And I've still got the note that he put in it as well. which is, it says, "This is my movie quarter bin. I co-wrote and directed it." It's basically Friends in a comic book store type of thing. It has the younger brother Randy from a Christmas Story in it, so he has a fun part in the movie. This is a brand new Blu-ray I put together. It has a making of and commentary track, plus trailers and the original pilot. The film's on streaming service Tubi to watch for free. So if you've got Tubi, there you go. I think Tubi's an American site, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, if you get the chance, watch this. And I'll leave a link below to Roger's channel if you want to go and tell him if you've watched it and tell him what you think of it. And like I said to you, go in with an open mind. It's low budget, but I quite enjoyed it. I did. Would I watch it again? Absolutely. Yes, I would. And then I watched this one that I got really cheap off Amazon on 4K, Fatal Attraction. Wow. I opened this thinking this is going to be garbage because I had so many bad reports about the transfer. How wrong. It looks fantastic. It really does. I was well impressed. Yeah, there's bits with bits of grain, but what do you expect? 1987. But for the most of it, wow, they've done an excellent job, and I absolutely love this film. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen this film, and it's been a while since I've watched it. I think the last time I watched it was it a year or 2 years ago when I got the HMV Premium one for Christmas. And I'm pretty sure I was disappointed with it. So I think also when I watched it, I was thinking, 4K, that's not going to be any good. What massive upgrade from the Blu-ray, from what I remember. This felt like it was on for about 40 minutes maximum, and it's like a 2-hour film. Amazing. I can't recommend this enough. And this is the collector's one as well, which is normally 30 quid, and I got it for 20. So if you've not seen this, I don't know where you've been living, but you need to see this film. Fatal Attraction. Absolutely cannot recommend this high enough. And then I watched 2 more that Andy sent me. I'd never seen this before, and this is Mean Creek. Wow, what a film. This is kind of a sort of a darker version, if you like. Not version, but it's like sort of in the same vein as Stand By Me. If you like Stand By Me, there's a good chance you'll like this. Some of the characters, you're loving them 1 minute, you're hating them the next, then you're loving them again. And then you're like, oh my God. Parts of it are heartbreaking. What a film. Really, really enjoyed it. So that's Mean Creek. It's got Rory Culkin in, Macaulay's brother. He's the one who played the black metal dude out of the band in Lords of Darkness, was it? I can't remember now. Lords of Chaos. And there's a young lass in it as well, about the same age as them, and I can't remember her name. It's too blurred for me to read. Anyway, the girl in this has been in other stuff. I thought I'd recognise her face, but I don't know if I've seen her in anything else. But she looks, she looks a little bit like the blonde lass out of the Hills Have Eyes remake, who's also in the Carrie remake. She looks a bit like her. I don't think it is her, but she looks a bit like her. And she left acting to go in the army. I think she's back now, though. I don't know if she's doing anything later. But wow, cracking film. Must watch. I really enjoyed it. And another one that Andy sent me, I've watched. Bastard Out of Carolina. Wow. Apparently this is banned. Everywhere, as far as I know. I don't think it's ever been released over here. This I've got an amazing cast. Jennifer Jason Leigh's in it. Oh, what do they call that young lass? She's a well-known actress now, but she's obviously a child actress there. And there's one of the lads out of... I'm terrible with names. He's in Sleepers. He plays one of the lads grown up. The one with the tash and the blondish hair goes to the restaurant with Kevin Bacon in. He's also in Drop Dead Fred. He's in it. The guy who plays Henry's in it, out of Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Christina Ricci's in it. And it was directed by Angelica Houston. This, wow, is brutal. This is not easy to watch in parts. God, how can I describe it? This poor kid is, if I say that, you're going to know exactly what I mean. She is absolutely, oh God, amazing in it. It's heartbreaking. It's very disturbing. And what makes it even worse is not only is it banned, it was a made-for-TV film. And it is the last thing you would expect from somebody like Angelica Houston. It was her directorial debut. That's her, that you might recognise her face there, but older, because she hasn't changed that much. I'll remember her name. Laura Dern is narrating it as well. Jenna Maloney. Jenna Malone. Jenna Malone. That's who the kid is. Jennifer Jason Leigh. Lila Lovett. Glenn Headley. Dermot Mulroney. I think one of them is the guy out of Thingy, I think. Sleepers. Ron Eldard. No, Ron Eldard is the one out of Sleepers, because I've just read a little bit of the synopsis there. I'm not going to give it away. I strongly suggest that you hunt this down to watch it. Brace yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Brace yourself, but what a film. And the last one, I actually did watch Death Wish 4. I haven't watched the fifth one yet. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this. It's the best I've ever enjoyed it. Not even so much, it is the best picture quality I've ever seen it, I must admit. And I don't want to give Kino Lorber the credit for that, but credit where it's due. It looks excellent. I couldn't remember a lot about it because it's a long time since I've seen it, but I tell you what, it's the most I've enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's definitely gone up in my estimation. I just need to watch 5 now and see if that does. I mean, I didn't dislike it. I just thought it was like slow compared to the others, but wow, I watched it this time. I absolutely loved it. It's still not as good as 1, 2, or 3. This is J. Lee Thompson who directed this. He also did the Murphy's Law film with Jack Nicholson. What a bell end! Indeed. Charles Bronson, man. Murphy's Law, same director. I think he's actually done a few films with Charles Bronson in. And I forgot she was in it as well. God, she was another, like, young lad's dreams in the 70s, Kate Lenz. I wonder what she's doing now. Because she must be out 256-year-old now, but even in the 80s, she was still quite a bonny lass. But there you go. So yeah, I do. If you like the Death Wish films 1, 2, and 3, and you haven't seen this, I do actually really recommend this. I had a ball with it. So that's Death Wish 4, The Crackdown. And I think that's all I've watched. That's all I can remember. Yeah, which is quite a lot, really. But that's over 2 weeks or so. I've still got a lot to catch up on, and I need to get the Aardman Angry Kid series dug out and watched. Because Marvel fan who sent me that keeps asking me if I've watched it, and I need to get it watched. But I have been ill. And also, if I get new stuff, I do need to watch that first to make sure it's not faulty so I can send it back. So I have had a lot of new stuff, like Death Wishes, Fatal Attraction, Scream 3, Evil Dead Rise, Exorcist. I had that one to watch as well. So I will try and get it watched sometime this week if you're watching this, Marvel fan. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, all two of you. I've probably bored you to death. I feel like I've sort of eased myself back into it. I've took my time and I've not rushed or anything. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed. And if I don't see you tonight on the watch along on Ryan's stream, I will see you very soon on the next video. And until then, look after yourselves. Ta-ta.